It's time for basketball! This brand new sport is taking the country by storm. It's fast-paced, it's got razzmatazz, it's got feats of athletic achievement, and it's a way to play OMN Bracketology. Let's find out who wins our tournament this year, who picked the winners, and who's going away with our fabulous prizes. All this and more on the final episode of OMN Bracketology. Hello and welcome back. It's our final episode of OMN Bracketology for 2025. Wow, what an amazing pair of national title games. I can't believe that the men's tournament was won by the Florida Gators, and that the women's tournament was won by the Yukon Huskies. Did anyone else hear those voices just now? Seriously though, the men's tournament was won by the Florida Gators and the women's tournament was won by the Yukon Huskies. Yeah, I know, I didn't record this ahead of time. I waited until after the games to do this. Don't you worry about that. Thank you to everyone who has played Bracketology this year. We had a record 64 people play. And I know everyone's anxious to find out who won the big prizes, but I have something that I want to show you. This was a message that was sent to me all the way back on March 19th, before any of the brackets were set, and it has to do with our eventual winner. Check this out. This message was sent on March 19th from alum Garrett Gravink, who said, "The winning bracket is already filled out. Everyone else can go home and support OMN." First off, Garrett, thank you for always supporting OMN. But second, he was right. Let's see the final scoreboard first for the men's tournament. With Florida's win on Monday night, Garrett jumped up to first place, and that's where he ends up at the end of Bracketology. Garrett Gravink wins in the men's tournament for OMN Bracketology. He picked Florida. He had a total of 163 total points. He called it. I can't believe it. Congratulations, Garrett. You earned it. I won't say a word. Like, you did awesome. So nice job to Garrett. He wins that great OSU sweatshirt. Audrey Size finished in second place. Audrey is the editor-in-chief of the Daily Barometer. She also picked Florida. And in third place, we have Garrett's dad, Michael Gravink. That's right, the Gravink family is just taking all the prizes for OMN Bracketology this year. Michael, thank you for playing, and he finishes in third place. He's gonna get a goodie bag. I wanna give a special shout out to Brian Moore. He's the father of KBVR FM station manager Macy Moore. Brian was in first place heading into Monday night, but he had Houston picked, and Houston lost to Florida. Tough break, Brian, but want to give you a special shout out for being in the lead there, albeit briefly. And then Matthias Carney rounds out the top 5 on the men's side. He had Florida picked. Congratulations to all of our players. Now let's go to the women's side. Well, when you invite the professional sports writer to play, you have to expect she's going to do pretty well. Diana Moskovitz ran away with this one. The Defector Media Investigations editor won on the women's tournament. She had Yukon picked, and she had a total of 184 total points. Congratulations, Diana, and thank you so much for playing with us this year. You've got an OSU sweatshirt coming your way. Ray Reynolds finished in second place. Ray, the husband of Amy Reynolds, who does all of the amazing admin work for OMN and all of student experiences and engagement. Ray, thank you for playing. You have an OSU baseball hat coming your way. In third place is Riley Youngman. Riley is a former editor-in-chief of the Daily Barometer. He had Yukon picked. He finishes in third place, so you're going to get a goodie bag of some OMN treats also headed to you. And then rounding out the top 5, Emma Koch, one of last year's winners of OMN Bracketology, finished in fourth. Emma, you're doing awesome. Like, you're constantly up there every year, just a little bit short this year, but she's going to be a formidable opponent for years to come. And then Audrey Size, who finished in second place in the men's tournament, finished in fifth place in the women's tournament. She had Yukon picked. Thank you to all of our players, everyone who has played Bracketology this year. It means so much. And one of the things that I really love about Bracketology is how it brings our community together. Because as I said way back in the first video, it's not about basketball, it's about our community. And that was never more apparent than this year. Because I said we had 64 total people playing and we had people interacting. We had a message board open on our CBS Sports Bracketology page where people got to interact and introduce themselves. So we had current students introducing themselves to alumni and friends of the program. That was awesome to see, because I want you to make those connections, not just to get jobs, but to know that the work you do at OMN goes beyond what you do here when you're a student. It continues, and you're part of something much, much bigger. So thank you to everyone for playing, and I really loved seeing the connections that you all made. And part of connecting you to other students is connecting you to our amazing alumni. And this week's Alumni of the Week is Alan Wynn, a former creative lead at OMN, who's now doing some pretty awesome work at a big-time newspaper in the country. Let's catch up with Alan.
Hi, my name is Alan Wynn, and I'm currently a audience visuals designer and digital editor on the audience team at USA Today. So I'm on the audience team as an audience visuals designer, so I really handle anything that is related to the overall visual presence of stories getting promoted. So that really is social media, like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, that kind of thing. On the day-to-day, I'm really making posts for our Instagram. A lot of my work is on a national level, and people are viewing my work, consuming my work, especially because I never thought I'd go into journalism. So to be working in the biggest newsroom in America and producing their graphics for socials and stuff is mind-boggling. I owe my whole entire career, and it's kind of what I'm doing right now, to OMN. Because I'm not a journalism major, I literally learned a lot of the journalism stuff that I know today because of that position. But the things that I learned a lot about me, myself, and the industry in general are from this position as creative lead. Did not know how to do print design at that time. The only thing I really came into the job with was an idea and a plan, and I was very, very adamant of getting those plans and actions through. And I think that was one of the biggest successes for me, and the biggest trajectory change for me was getting those plans initiated, and then 1 year later we saw stuff getting nominated, and it was because of those plans that I came in with. At the beginning of my senior year in 2022, Stephen, Villain, and Jen had come to some of us and some of the student leaders at that time and was like, would you like to go to DC? So coming to this conference, it was really upping my skill set in editorial design, upping my knowledge of journalism to another level, and making myself become more professional in this career. And then when the awards and stuff happened, I think that was kind of a big indicator to me that this is kind of a calling. OMN has impacted just about everything about my career. All the stuff that I know today has been learned through and kind of broken down from Orange Media Network.
Keep up the awesome work, Alan. And by the way, thank you for always screenshotting your work in progress. That made it very easy to edit that video together. Plus, it's just cool to see the work as it comes together. So thank you so much for sending that video in, and congratulations on all your success. Now, you heard Alan in that video talk about the impact of going to the College Media Association National Conference in Washington, D.C. Conferences like that make a huge difference to college media students because they get to network with professionals, they get to meet their peers, and they get to learn a lot about journalism and media. We want to keep doing that for students this year. So something I talked about a few videos ago are ways that you can support OMN. For a small donation, you can help pay for more opportunities for students to go to those national conferences. We want to send more people to conferences like College Media Association and the College Broadcasters Incorporated conferences. You can help us send students there to help them learn a lot and bring that information back to OSU. Another thing we want to do this year is send students on the road to cover stories. We want to send students to the College World Series or bowl games, or even out to Portland or Newport to cover news stories as they happen. Again, that costs a little bit, but your support can help make that happen. And the third thing we want to do is pay for professional journalism memberships for some of our students. Journalism organizations are a huge way for students to get a foot in the door in this industry. Organizations like the National Association for Black Journalists or the Asian American Journalists Association are great ways for students to network, make connections, find opportunities to get jobs, and just grow their skills in the industry. We want to pay for one-year memberships for people to be able to do that. Last year, we were able to give an opportunity to Alexander Banks, a former editor for the Daily Barometer. He's now parlaying that into professional journalism opportunities across the state of Oregon. So we want to keep doing that for students. Now, Alexander was also a Snowden intern last year. The Snowden internship opportunity gives students a chance to intern directly in newsrooms across the state. And this year, OMN has 3 students going into the Snowden internship. Those students are Morgan Barnaby, photo editor, is going to be interning at Oregon Public Broadcasting. Haley Cook, a reporter for the Daily Barometer, is going to the Salem Reporter. And Fox Perez, the ASOSU student government beat reporter for the Daily Barometer, is going to the Forest Grove News-Times. Congratulations to the 3 of you. You are going to learn a ton. What a great opportunity it is for those students. Well, that wraps up our time for Bracketology for 2025. I know it's going to be sad to see us go, but you can always stay involved with Orange Media Network. Go to orangemedianetwork.com, read and watch and listen to the students' work, help support our program, and we'll be back in 1 year for more Bracketology. Thank you to everyone for playing. We'll see you next year.